everybody. Welcome to Villain View. My name is Aaron Seaver. I am your host for the evening. So in the last week or so, we've had a lot of cool things going on that you, the viewers on musicstream.com, can check out. We had Finger Lakes Metal Fest this past weekend. It was awesome. About 26 bands. It was an all-weekend affair, camping, parties. A lot of crazy stuff went down. We were part of that. With American Villain. We had some technical difficulties with musicianstream.com in the venue. Sorry about that, guys. We said we were going to air it, but we had some problems. We couldn't do it. Stuff happens when you're on the road. Technical difficulties always are crazy. But anyways, we've had a great weekend, man. We saw a lot of cool bands. A lot of bands that American Villain apparel and tattoo sponsor. It was a great time. We also, Sunday, when we got back, we had All That Remains at the Montage Music Hall. They tore it up, sold out show. 2 local bands, Unborn Society and 9 Round, opened up for them. And Phil and the guys from All That Remains just killed it. They were amazing. Crowd was great. Everyone was awesome. If you missed it, I'm sorry. It was a great show. Hopefully they'll come back around. We have a couple cool shows coming on this weekend. We got Head PE opening up at the Montage Music Hall on Saturday night with a couple local bands. Actually, one of the local artists is going to be in studio with me in a few minutes. His name is LikeWize. But, we just want to give you guys a recap of what we've done in the last week or so. With American Villain, our summer line is on its way. We should have that in our hands, hopefully, within the next couple weeks, so you, the viewers, and anyone else can go on AmericanVillainApparel.com, check it out, order it. When you do order it, you'll get a free compilation of our Volume 1 American Villain CD, which is pretty dope. 2 national acts on there, Flaw and 40 Below Summer, and then 17 local 315, 585 bands, musicians. We got a hip hop guy on there who actually we're going to talk to in a little bit. We've got next weekend, June 4th, we're going to be out towards the Syracuse way for Trish Stock, which is a Friday, Saturday night thing. Again, 15, 20 bands, a lot of cool vibe, a lot of cool people. Musicianstream.com will be there with the American Villain page viewing for you guys. So tune in for that. It'll be all next week. It's June 4th and 5th. So, with that being said, I would like to introduce my guest for the evening. Awesome dude, great guy, local hip-hop artist. His name is LikeWize. I'm going to bring him in now, and basically we're going to shoot the breeze with him to see what's going on. Here he comes. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
How are you?
Good.
I didn't really recognize you without your big chain and your bat and all that stuff.
The chain makes a lot of noise. Bat's in the car, though. I mean, so stay in line, everybody. Go get the bat, the barbed wire.
If I see this guy in the alley, man, I'm definitely walking the other way. I'm a pretty big dude, and I don't get scared that often, but man, he's bigger than I am. So anyways, man, thanks for being with us tonight. We're gonna give the viewers on musicianstream.com on the American Villain page just a little bit of taste of what you have in store for us. We'll just shoot the breeze, so I'm gonna let you take it away. Just tell them who you are, what you do.
All right, for those of you who don't know, my name is LikeWize. I am the dive bar superstar. I'm a hardcore troubadour. I'm an American villain, right? That's what
you are.
Everybody wants to be. Local musician. You say I'm a hip hop artist. Like most suburban, underprivileged, white kids growing up in the time of Eminem. You all thought, hey, path to stardom is going to be making rap music. So, I got myself a little 4-track recorder, started making, beats, started putting it all together, trying to do my own thing. Then I realized somewhere along the way, I'm a little bit more than that. So I started adding some other elements, some the other music that I loved. I'm a big Billy Joel fan, a big punk rock fan. I try to bring it all together because it's really all about the attitude. Public Enemy had the same attitude as the Sex Pistols. They're anti-establishment, walking their own path, and that's what I wanted to do. So, given the fact that I don't get along with too many people, and and I have such a singular vision, I just kind of took off on my own, doing my own thing. And hip hop is a very easy form of music to do by yourself. It's kind of hard, for me to go out and play shows if I got. I guess I could be. Have you ever seen Cybold the Terrible? He used to be in this punk band called Hate Department. Anyway, this guy, he goes out and he has like a little wooden box with license plates on it. He's like a one-man band thing, right? So he's like playing this wooden box and an acoustic guitar all at the same time and doing his songs, and I'm much too uncoordinated for that. So basically I go on stage, I drink beer, I rap, sing, out of key most of the time, try to get people involved, try to get some mosh pits going. Everybody tends to have a good time. I hit people up for a couple of bucks because, you know, I got to make a living, and I got to get to feed you too. You know, struggle. Hey, that's what American Villain, cha-ching. So I mean, that's what I do, man. I've been doing shows, recording for like 8-9 years now. I took a break off for a couple of years there in the middle. Like I was just starting to get into this, you know, like get really into my zone, and I had some, you know, troubles like anybody else does. I had some family issues to deal with. I had my kid, so I took a couple of years off. But for about 11 months now, I think we're coming up on a year being back. I came back with a vengeance, and I'm making some of the best music I've ever made. I'm working with some great people.
Yes, sir.
And you know, just trying to corner the market on everything. So that's my rant. Some of the things I got going on right now. I did just put out this record called DIY Till I DIE, and that's not just a fancy thing to say. Like literally, the cover art is a picture I took on my cell phone of this cardboard stencil I used to spray paint T-shirts that I was selling last summer when I first came back. Didn't have the funds to get fancy shirts printed out. Anyway, so yeah, so did the cover art. It's only me, no guests on the thing. See, that's the thing. People who are into hip hop, it's all about the features. Who's on there?
Who are you gonna bring in?
Why should I have to outsource talent? It's all my vision anyway. So there's some songs, and see if you really listen to like the songs on this record. It's not your conventional hip hop where you're the stereotype of like, oh, we're talking about cars and money I don't have and women I don't sleep with. So it's really just a collection of stories that came out of my own life. You know, it's something different. You know, like some of the songs you may have heard me play live. One of the songs, "Songwriter Don't Sleep," is featured on the American Villain compilation, which just came out. Man, I don't know what to say. Like, I put 2 years of my life into writing this record. Like when I took that break from music, these were the songs that I was writing in my head every day. And so, I mean, I'm really proud of this album. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Play a little harmonica. There's a lot of live guitars, bass. Put a lot of time, effort, and money into making this record. And so I'm really hoping everybody comes out. This Saturday will be the first time that the Rochester market has a chance to purchase this. I've just been selling it at shows, right? And it's only been out for a couple of weeks, and I haven't played Rochester yet. But so this Saturday, I'm opening up for Head PE, one of my personal favorites. I'm going to be selling this record for $5. 11 songs, all original, all me. Comes with a sticker. I'll throw in a free button. I'll give you a hug. Take a picture with your mom. It's all good. We're gonna cover it. I mean, and for those, I kind of had a reputation. You know, I've been doing it for like 8 years, but I take my time with stuff. But like, I'm so in the zone right now. I already have the next record half written. We're probably gonna be starting recording that in June. I've already demoed some stuff. So, I mean, we're off and rolling. American Villain, LikeWize, the world taking over. It's kind of a thing. So you got to be on the lookout for us. Any questions?
Yeah, man. So let me know. Does Cecilia really hate you?
Yeah. Everybody's been there. For those of you who have you heard the song? Have you heard the song? Okay,
Nope.
see, so the whole thing is all of us get in these relationships where you know the other person absolutely fucking hates you. But as the line goes in the song, I guess she just got nothing better to do. You know? Except fucking sleep with my stupid ass. So that's what the song's about. It's like, I know she doesn't want to be with me, but she's still around. We ain't going nowhere. So it's just kind of, you gotta be true to yourself. If you're gonna be who you are, just let your freak flag fly, man.
Nice.
You know, if I'm gonna hit blunts on the toilet with the door open, I'm never gonna change. So just deal with it.
This is basically who you see when you come out. This isn't, this isn't him just acting funny. This is really how he is. It was funny. We did an American Villain show back in, back in the wintertime, and LikeWize performed, and I actually seen him fall off the stage. Actually, he didn't fall off the stage. He fell back onto the stage, and I seen this little skinny dude with one leap jump the barricade and onto the stage to help this gentleman up. Didn't know the man. Just helped him out, and I was just like, I looked at my brother. I was like, yo, man, that dude really just fell off the stage. But that's how it goes. And he jumped right back up and kept on playing, and like it was part of the skit, and that was funny as hell when I saw that, man. I was just like, oh no. I'm glad you were okay. I'm glad the stage was okay.
The show must go on. That's not the first time I was in Buffalo at this bar called Tonawanda Stamps, and they had a big subwoofer in front of the stage, and I'm just rocking out on it. I'm doing a song called Bleed Real Blood, which is ironic here because I flipped the subwoofer. It lands on top of me. I didn't miss a single beat. I'm still going. People are pushing this thing up to get me out from underneath it. Boom, ninja flip back on the stage. Like, I can't walk through my house without stepping on my daughter's Legos, running into the door jam, and like falling on my ass. But when I'm on stage for that 20 to 45 minutes, whatever the good Lord gives me to perform, I'm flawless, man. I wouldn't say flawless, but I don't hurt myself too badly, and
You're
it's
like
usually on
flawless.
in time. Yeah.
So let's talk about being on the road, man. I mean, I know you travel a lot to do a lot of your shows, man. What is like the coolest experience you've ever had on the road? With fans or a venue, anything you want.
The coolest experience I probably had on the road was I played a place called the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. A theater in the round, so there's just people everywhere. There were like go-go chicks dancing on stage, and I'm just doing my thing, and I'm like, I'm never gonna top that. Like, there's very few things that are gonna top this moment, especially at this point in my career, because this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm just like, like, how do you beat that? Like, how do I wind up here? And then like a week later, I was playing a basement in Buffalo for like 5 people. And I'm like, you can't go from like 2 points faster, I don't think. But I love every single bit of it. I'll play anywhere. Like, I just want to play for people who want to hear music. Like, I love playing house parties. I love playing, dive bars. I love playing. I get the luxury of playing like some of the nicest clubs. Like, I get to play Montage like whenever I want, and it's like such a nice club with such great people. And it's like I'm blessed because a lot of people don't have that to be able to, get such a wide array of places that they get to play. So I mean, that was a peak. I played. What I think was a meth lab once, right?
It's like I played a meth
we're
lab.
out in the 315 area code,
So you were in a trailer.
It was 2 trailers, right? There was one trailer with the windows all boarded up, and this big skinhead. Now it's like 85, 90 degrees. He's in all leather, just standing there at the door. Nobody could get in this trailer. Like, I play places where it's like, this is the house, we don't want people coming in and taking a shit. But this is like, you don't even look at the house. And the stage was like the shell of a trailer that they knocked all the walls down. So I'm like, on this trailer, doing my thing, and there's like one dude with like, he's just in a banana hammock, he's got a chainsaw, and like, oh, chainsaw art. This guy's doing awesome chainsaw art. Like, this is, out in the woods doing drugs. No, he was just high on methamphetamine, just going back and forth all day until it was just nothing. He just, I think he missed the concept, or like he dropped out of Chainsaw Art 101 before getting to class. One of those. And it was just, it was weird. There was like a food truck, but it was more like a food cart thing, and no gloves, no nothing. Yeah, you want cheeseburger?
He's just scratching his ass.
and no lie, some random guy who I never met runs up to me as we're leaving, because we heard, like, it's getting dark, and some state troopers showed up, so we're just like, we're gonna fuck out of here. Guy runs up to me, and he was probably just trying to get rid of it, because the state troopers were there. He's like, yeah, great, thanks for playing, and puts something in my hand, and I'm like, oh, something that stunk the car up all the way back to the thruway. We're just like, oh man, hope we don't get pulled over. Allegedly.
It's all allegedly.
Always.
So you get some interesting experiences being out on the road, but I love it, because it's just like you meet some really great people, because it's like, there are lots of places I can go, have a place to stay, have somebody who will cook me a meal, and it's all just because they like my music or they like the experience they had coming to one of my shows. And really that's what it's all about, is like, I make my music for me, but really for me. Like, I try not to sell out and just make a song that, oh, everybody's gonna like this song. It's like, no, it's really gotta be what I wanna say and why I wanna say it and what's in my head. And so that limits my fan base. I think it's like I'm already swimming upstream. Like, if I'm just gonna be weird and just, try to do my own thing, like, you're gonna lose some people because they tune out, they don't want to commit that amount of, what's the word? That amount of attention to, something like that. So, this thing, the word starts with a P, I can't remember. I didn't graduate college, I'm sorry. So anyway, so the fans that I do get, they really understand me, and they're, they're down forever, so that's what I like about it. That's why I love you guys, because you guys get me.
Hell yeah, we do.
My mom doesn't get me, but you guys get me. So.
And you guys can like him too, man. Go when you're on musicianstream.com/American Villain. You go to AmericanVillainApparel.com. You can there's links to get to LikeWize. You know, you can probably go on Facebook and LikeWize. You know, check them out. Get a CD. They're $5. You know, if you buy a CD, you know, and you buy something from the American Villain store, we'll actually give you the compilation CD that's got Songwriter Don't Sleep featured by this gentleman on it, which is a dope ass track. I really like it. You know, I'm a huge hip hop fan in my own state. I love, you know, what you guys do, how you guys do it. It's hard for a lot of venues nowadays to, you know, allow hip hop, but you got like the V Pub out in Canandaigua who's always open for you guys. Actually, I think the first time I went there, I seen Hex Nation and a couple other, you know, local artists out there throwing it down, and I was like, wow, man, it's pretty cool that, you know, you have a venue like that. And I know you and I have talked, and you said that's like, you know, you're home away from home, like you can play there when you want, sort of like the Montage, which is cool because, you know, there's a lot of places get, you know, hip hop in general gets a bad rap, you know, just from, you know, the crowd or whatnot, but it's cool to be able to go to these type of clubs and see this. You know, I really enjoy it. You know, so what do you got going on this summer? Let's talk about that. I know you got like this big 607 gathering you've been chatting in my ear. You know, tell me what this is about, because I know they've invited American Villain to come out there and vent, but I was a little nervous, and then I found out that you were going to be there, and a couple other people who I know, so I was like, you know, this is cool. So tell the listeners what, you know, about the 607 gathering.
All right, the 607 gathering is, it's much in the same vein as like the gathering of the Juggalos, or that, because there's a lot of Juggalo fans. It was put together by a group of Juggalo fans, and it's put together by a really good group of guys. Paul's main guy is this rap artist Palmer out of Buffalo, who the original promoter passed away and kind of left him in charge of it. And last year he put together probably the biggest. I mean, I've been all over the country playing shows and like different people's festivals, because, you know, that's a big thing. Being a rap artist is like, it's pretty easy to get on festivals. It's kind of easy to get in front of a bunch of people, as opposed to, you know, if I'm going to drive 6 hours to play, I'd rather play a festival than play like, you know, 5 acts in a club.
Right.
But anyway, I digress. The 607 gathering this year is much the same way it was last year. It's a multi-day music festival, sun up to sundown, non-stop music. Now there's a mix of, like, you know, you get some rock and some metal, but it's mostly underground hip-hop artists from, all over New York. New Jersey was represented last year, Ohio, Pennsylvania, this rapper Tones, who, have you ever seen the show Justified?
Yes.
Okay, he does the theme song for that.
Okay.
Okay, he came out just on Love. Didn't even charge, just came out to perform.
That's cool.
Right? And, like, you know, it's kind of got a little bit of a reputation for being this big event. It goes on, it's July 8th, 9th, and 10th this year, I believe, are the 3 dates. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The flyer is like this long of acts. Like, I know myself, I'm one of the headliners on Saturday night. Some of the other bigger acts, like Smokehouse Junkies, who I believe are from Michigan, are going to be one of the bigger acts. Fury out of Connecticut. Who's it? The Saturday night when I'm playing, Rude Boy, the wrestler slash like one of the guys in ICP's crew, he's coming out to host the night, just to do some
cool.
acts and stuff. And I believe his son's a DJ. I think he's playing. Don't quote me on this. Go to 607 Gathering. Just look it up. The list of artists. There's easily 150, 200 artists playing over the 3 days. Tickets are dirt cheap to get in all weekend. It's free camping. This year they're going to have food vendors. Like, everything's taken. It's just a huge outdoor party. Bring sunscreen. I mean, and they really, the show they put on, the sound system last year, you know, you always don't know what you're rolling into. Sound system was over the top. The guys in this group, Enigma, based out of Elmira, kind of helped provide all that, and the stage. They had a big, it's not what you'd expect a bunch of people in their spare time to put together, but it's an amazing event. It's Flophouse Entertainment puts it on with the 607 people. Like I said, don't quote me on like all the specifics. I don't want to get hate emails like you didn't rep somebody. It's like everybody I've met is amazing. There's like so many people that put in time. This year, there are artists from as far away as California and Arizona coming. So I mean, everybody's getting represented. I mean, last year was such a success that this year's even bigger.
Now the acts that come in from like out of state, like from California or Arizona, Now, do they front their trip on their own, or is that something that they get paid to do that, or?
I'm not exactly sure the specifics of how everybody gets
Right.
compensated. Like, I've known the promoter forever, so I mean, I know he's not gonna. He gives me a good spot. I'm coming out to.
Well, yeah, man, you're from here Saturday night.
But the way he normally runs is like the artists that travel the furthest get first dibs at any profit that gets made. But it's like the thing kind of has to be self-sustaining. So I mean, I'm not involved in the business aspect of it. I'm just there to be the humble safety inspector.
How many people were there last year?
Oh man, I think Saturday when I played, there was 250, 300 people. I mean, like it definitely, like, you know, there were peaks and valleys throughout the weekend, but I mean this year with that many people, that many more artists, like it's only going to grow. So I mean, there's definitely room for a lot more, especially with like the free camping. It's just
Yeah, that's awesome right there.
it's on top of a mountain or a hill. Something big. I don't know what its classification geographically is, but it was topographically way up on a mountain.
Which is kind of cool because that's how like how Finger Lakes Metal Fest was when we were there this weekend. Free camping, free to get in, all ages, good vibes, you know, partying all night long, DJs all night long into the all hours of the night. I mean, that's cool that, you know, like the 607, you know, gathering is going to be, you know, that way that we're, you know, it's a cool place to go and hang out, you know, leave the douchebag, you know, buddies home who want to come and start stupid shit. I mean, we actually had that at Finger Lakes. They had to throw some guys out who just came there to do, you know, two things, drink beer and fight, and it's like, you know what, man, you know, just leave. You don't need that vibe. And it gives people a bad name, too. And it gives the venue and the promoters, you know, people are like, oh, I don't want to go there, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the 607 gathering, I know they've contacted us about vending there, and we're going to check our schedules and see if we can go. If American Villain cannot go, I know at least on Saturday when you perform, I would like to go down. So if anybody would like to go down, let's get a convoy going, and we'll go down and check it out. Again, you're on musicianstream.com/American Villain with me, Big Villain. We are in studio with LikeWize, chatting with him a little bit. If you were just tuning in, we've been talking about the 607 gathering and the life of LikeWize, you know, on and off the stage. You know, you said you're a father. You know, how hard is it for a single artist, but, you know, by yourself, just to get up and take off, knowing that you have, you know, kids at home?
It's hard. I pay for it, you know, for sure. You know, you know, it's like you have the struggles at home. Like my wife, you know, you don't know how hard it was for me. It's like I'd rather be here. It's like this is work. Like I'm trying to, you know, push CDs, sell some T-shirts. You know, yeah, I'm pursuing my dream, but it's like, you know, I'm also trying to bring money in for the family. You know, money that like. I don't have skills. Like I can't go. You know, it's like I got a job. I get by, but it's like, you know, I'm not gonna be, you know, your next congressman.
I don't think any of us.
So it's like, you know, I'm just following my path, and it's hard because it's like, you know, where I envision it in the future when she's a little bigger is just like family road trip. You know, like get the camper and just go boom, 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 and it's just like. I mean, if somebody's going to sit at the merch table selling my CD, it might as well be my kid because she's got something invested in it, you know? Like,
right.
You know, it's my college money. Buy my dad's CD.
Yeah.
You know, people can say no to my ugly ass all day. We get a little cute kid there. It's like, oh, I'll take one for my...
Yeah, here, give me 10.
Yeah. You
put a little college fund sitting up here, you know, donate $1 to my college fund.
Nothing's probably going to teach her about all the things not to do in life quicker than going on a rock and roll.
No, and there's no better experience either for a younger child is to get out and actually be able to, like, you know, sit back and watch like their father or, you know, brother or whoever, you know, perform up there. That's a cool feeling. I know for me and for my other brother, you know, seeing Jed on stage and watching him perform, whether it's, you know, Springer, The Heaviest Thing, Hate Machine, Omniblank, you know, all his, you know, through his musical career, you know, whatever he's done, it's always cool to be able to, you know, just being a brother and being like, yeah, dude, that's my fucking brother up there. He's tearing that shit up, you know, and it's like, it's a cool feeling, and I love it, and that's why I don't miss hardly any of his shows, because I get an adrenaline rush just watching him, just like your daughter would do watching you, and which is cool, because, you know, it brings the whole cycle, you know, moving forward to like, you know, maybe that might be something she wants to do later in her career, you know? Maybe she might want to do, you know, maybe she'll see someone playing guitar, she'll want to pick up a guitar, start playing, or play drums, or hell, rap or sing.
Rap, sing, paint, sculpt, like I don't care what it is. Like that was one of the biggest things when I became a father was I just always wanted to push her to be creative because, you know, having a creative outlet will keep you out of trouble. You know, if you got something that you're into, that's the biggest deterrent to anything, you know, negative, in my opinion. And I have the shit I got into is because I was not raised, like, why are you wasting your time with that? You know? So, you know, I just wanted to be, you know, I was going to do it my way. And that's kind of, I can already see that, you know, she's real artistic, you know, she's real into music, you know, it's like she's only 3, but she's just like how smart she is and into real interesting things. It's just really neat to watch. And it's just like, I want to give her free reign to have an imagination, you know.
That's cool.
I mean, your kids got to look at you, you know, you're an entrepreneur, you know,
Yeah,
you're trying to make
absolutely.
your own way too. And it's just like, I mean, coming here to the headquarters, down to the mothership today, it's like, man, like I would be stoked if I came to my dad's place of work and it's just like, my dad did all this, you know, it's like, it's creating something out of nothing, but thoughts and ideas, you know, that's a powerful thing. I mean, like, you know, not to go on, I'm not a very religious guy, but the one thing I will say is, it's like they say God created man in his image. It's like, then we are all gods. Like, we all possess the ability to make something out of nothing, to turn water into wine, you know, it's like, so it's like taking thoughts and ideas and turning into something as concrete as this building, as this camera, as this computer, that's the word I was looking for. You know, it's like, that's a powerful thing. The fact that I can take ideas and turn them into songs that people sing back at me, or people will pay to listen to, is just like, it's alchemy.
That's like that song, you know, Songwriter Don't Sleep on that CD. I must have played it in my car, my wife's car, like 5 or 6 times in a row, and I'm just like going along with it. And I look back at my daughter, I hear my daughter back there, she's like, Songwriter Don't Sleep. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. But you know, it's cool though, man, because, you know, it brings it back to, you know, what we were saying earlier, where, you know, it's cool that the kids get to hear that, and you know, and they look at us, like like my oldest daughter goes to college next year. So she just got accepted today to the college. She's going to Medina in Buffalo. Congrats, Bella. I love you.
Do it, Bella.
Can't wait. You know, one child's gonna be out the door. Got 2 more to go. But again, you know, it's cool because when she comes in here with her boyfriend, it's like she sees the hard work that, you know, Jed, Brett, and I put into this place. You know, our sweat, our blood and sweat. I mean, this is where, you know, we do everything, and it's cool that she comes in, and even our little kids that come in, they're just like, you know, this place is cool. You know, they look at all the posters, you know, check out the, you know, the artist's work, and they play on the light board and they draw us pictures. You know, it's very, you know, like we, you know, we've always said, it's very family oriented. That's what American Villain's about. You know, you can check LikeWize out. You know, we're on musicianstream.com/American Villain. We're in studio with LikeWize, just shooting the breeze, hanging out. You know, trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. What besides Head PE and 607 Gathering, what do you have next for these guys?
I'm opening for Richie Ramone, who I think is the last living Ramone. So, considering I'm like the punk rap guy, like that's cool, and I'm really excited about that. That's in July. I was gonna travel for a few days with Warped Tour, just promoting the hell out of, like, you know, flyering, bothering people in the parking lot, just trying to, you know, because you still gotta grind, you know. Just because I'm not booked on the show doesn't mean I can't, you know,
Right,
get
go
myself
there, do
over at it. My manager keeps telling me that I need to get like a pickup truck and a generator, and just so I can just drive around like doing my set like wherever the hell I please. So it just really doesn't matter. And then, you know, it's like,
You get a pickup truck, man. I got a generator. It's a pretty good one too.
no, it's just out there grinding. I'm trying to think. I've been on a few of the dates of this Head PE tour, which has been really cool. So I had a few last weekend, and I got the one on Saturday. I got the 607 Gathering, July. I have the American Villain compilation CD release party. Oh my God!
10th.
If I'd forgotten about that, Jed would have fucking taken me out back, put a bullet in my head. So come to that.
She would have made me do it.
Either way, I would have been bleeding and deceased, and that wouldn't have been fun. So that would be June 10th, right?
Yep.
June 10th at the Montage in Rochester. There's a bunch of really cool metal. Who else is playing that?
We got Beneath Hell Skies on it.
They're really good. I've seen them. I think I played with them at some show. I know they're good because I remember the bands I like, and the ones I don't like, I don't remember. That's how I try to do it.
Yeah, I believe there's like 6 or 7 bands that night. You can get tickets from any of the, you know, the musicians, or you can come to American Villain at 1868 East Main in the Rock. You can get tickets there. You can text me or Jed if you have our numbers. We can get you tickets, get you on the will call list. You know, we want to pack this place in because basically the more money that comes into the door, the more money these guys get paid, and that's how they make their money, is by people coming to shows and supporting what they do. I know if you're ever at like V-Pub in Canandaigua, that's not far from my pad. I'll try to get down there and see you. You know, like I said, I like going to those shows. I went to Mob Deep. That was very interesting. I saw them years 18 months ago or so when they played at the Brew House, and it was the same way. We actually were a vendor there that night, and we did very well. Mob Deep was awesome. I hung out with the two members out back. I don't really know their names, but they were really cool. I actually gave them shirts. I don't know if they ever wore them or not, but they did. I gave them to them. I know that. You know, when I saw them at Water Street, man, it was so packed in there. It was asses to elbows. You couldn't even fart. It was so packed. I like literally like when the first opening act went on. Like I got there right when it started. I was like at the front of the stage. By the time Mob Deep went on, I was way in the back in the corner, like by all these like big ass fat chicks. I couldn't move. I'm just like, this sucks. And I'm with my buddy who's like 7 foot. You can see perfect. And I'm just like trying to stand on stools, trying to, you know, jump on chicks' backs so I can try to see the stage. But the whole time, man, not one fight, one argument. It was cool. Cops everywhere, which kind of made it lame. You couldn't go outside and smoke. You couldn't go outside and get fresh air. It was, you know, so packed in there. They wouldn't let anybody out. But, you know, it was still cool to see it. You know, there's not really a whole lot of big local, you know, or big hip hop names that are coming into the local scene. I know we got Calhoun. We were talking about that. He's coming at the end of June with Whitney Payton. I'm not sure what local artists are opening up for them.
I believe it's the Stalkers, who are out of like the Phelps Clifton Springs area.
Okay.
I know those guys really well. They're a great group. Like they're you know, horrorcore, chop 'em up, wheel 'em the night stuff, but they're dope. So people are in for a treat with them. And I believe the other opener is Malicious Intent, right?
Oh, is it Malicious?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I saw them selling tickets on the web, which, you know, become internet friends with us rappers. We're nice people.
Yeah, man, hit them up on Facebook. You know, I mean, the show was supposed to be at the Montage Music Hall, but they had, you know, they have the jazz festival that week, so it's kind of hard for them to do it. So the California Brew House, which is on Ridge Road on 104, they were cool enough to, you know, take the show, bring the Montage staff in, let us help out. Jed and I are going to be hanging out with Cut all day. Probably Whitney Payton. I know the last time Whitney Payton played at the Montage, it was funny. She came with the hip hop guy Supreme, who was fighting that Stitches guy.
Yeah.
Did they ever fight?
I believe so.
Who won?
Supreme.
Really?
I believe so.
Because I hate to say it, man, I don't want you to get pissed, but I like Stitches. He's controversial. I like his songs. You know, he wants to fuck Miley Cyrus while, you know, popping mollies. But when that dude Supreme told me he was the one fighting him, I'm like, oh. Well, I'm not going to tell you that I like the guy. Because he's a big dude.
Supreme really liked my set, so I hope he won. Because Stitches ain't paying me shit.
Yeah, no, you know what? It was cool because Supreme was really good on stage, very entertaining. I liked him. And it was funny because like 2 weeks after they left, Stitches' promoter actually hit us up and like for days was hounding us to try to book him. And we're like, look, man. What you guys want is too much. He's not going to do well here. Not to mention, Supreme's going to whoop his ass. He's going to be all lumped up, you know, whatever. But, you know, it was cool. It's cool to be able to get to see these shows. You know, there's a lot of cool local acts that I know. Like I know a lot of the guys in Hex Nation. You know, we have a couple other artists who is out in the Newark way who I don't like. Who I'm not going to say his name. Imagine that. But, you know, I don't give a shit. You can talk shit up all about me on you want on Facebook, man, because, you know, come to the Rock and open your mouth. It's basically the way I look at it. He's sitting there running his mouth about us or whatever. But, you know, let's get back to you. So, you know, besides, like, the 607 and you know, the party at the Montage there for the Villain CD release, you know, you're just pretty much just going to chill out this summer, huh? Maybe write some more music?
Yeah, like I said, I got a new record half written already. It just kind of came real naturally, and I was just like, okay. And I had some studio time books. I do most of my work out at Watchman Studios.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I love Doug. And Doug's amazing, and he really helped bring this record to life. And I was going to go out there and do some mastering, some other work I got to get cleaned up, and now it's like, hey Doug, let's do a record in a day. See, it's just like him and I have a going bet to see how many songs we can do in one day. Because it's like, aside from like some of the like real, I forget what he calls it, some really weird subgenre. He's probably cringing, but I don't remember it. But it's just like crustcore. That was it.
Okay.
He's like, I got crustcore bands that do like 2-second songs, so they do like 47 in a day. So I got to try and beat that. So I recorded this. I recorded DIY till I DIE, 11 songs, and there's like 2 things I recorded that I didn't even use on here. We got that done in 2 days. So I mean, like, really trying to see. It's not just like I'm trying to like put crap out. It's just like we just work so smooth together. It's like I go in there with these songs written. He's like, this is what it needs. We talk a little bit, and then we just lay it down. Like I don't mess around. Like some of these, like Lil Wayne says he does all of his rapping in the studio. It's just like, dude, like I'm too cheap for that. like, you know, it's like I got a home studio. I'll demo the shit out of my stuff, and then I'll take it when it's ready, and really pound it out, and
And the dudes at Watchmen, man, they've been around for a long time. They've helped out a lot of acts, a lot of bands. You know, they do a lot for the music scene in the recording industry. I mean, they're like one of the best locally around here. You know, if you're a band or an act and you want to get your stuff done, you know, check out Watchmen Studios. I believe it's probably like WatchmanStudios.com.
Yeah,
you can check them out. They're pretty cool. Reasonable prices. I mean, you know, for us poor guys who can't afford big time studios like the douchebag Kanye West or any of them other guys. They can all afford that crap. We can't. We actually hustle and grind and get gritty and we do what you got to do to make your music.
Getting here is a good point. Though I'm gonna say is invest in your music. If you believe in your music, you want people to hear it. Invest in it. Don't half-ass. I've seen so many artists, especially but just in general. Like there's a lot of really talented artists in Rochester and the surrounding areas. There's probably twice as many that you haven't heard of that just don't take it to that next step. And it's just like, I want people to hear my music. I want to make it sound as good as possible. I don't have all the answers. Like who am I to say like it sounds perfect? Like no.
Nobody ever sounds perfect.
It's just LikeWize going for like 20 minutes on a
And
beat
saying
that everybody's
Cecilia hates me.
Yeah.
Falling off the stage now. But it's cool, man. I'm glad you came in the studio with us tonight. Again, you're on musicianstream.com/American Villain. Check out American Villain Apparel and tattoo.com. Go on, buy a shirt, get a free comp CD with this gentleman LikeWize on it. I believe you're in track number 17, 16, somewhere around in there. He's number 1 in our hearts, 17 on the disc. Just kind of how it fell into place.
It's not for nothing. It's like pretty much a metal compilation.
The whole thing.
So it's like how far can we put the rap guy in there? Nobody will be pissed. He's like, I want 35 emails from the guys and like beneath LikeWize on the CD going, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, man?
Next time you'll be number 1.
And it's all good. I'm just glad I'm here, man. I love you guys.
You're part of it, man.
Like I was always the anti-everything. It's like I don't need a label. I don't need a brand. I don't need nothing. And then it's like, oh shit, I really like you guys and everything you stand for. Okay, this brand, but nothing else.
Nobody else.
So you guys gotta start making basketball shorts, sneakers, and underwear, and then I don't even gotta go to Walmart.
Actually, last year we did have villain shorts. Jed and I were talking about it again. And they were mesh. Trying to figure out what to do this year, either mesh or go like with a Dickie, with Dickie shorts with something on it. We haven't really
either way
figured it out.
To be on me soon.
Yes.
Well, this thing is, I saw, I'm not going to name names, but there was one rapper that came through was selling basketball shorts. And it's like, that's mostly what I wear. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I might actually buy something at this show. They're like $60 for a pair of mesh basketball shorts. I was just about to ask you, how much were they? With a little logo on it. And I'm just like, fuck out of here with that shit. I'm like, back to my merch table. I ain't going to make $60.
I think ours were just black mesh with villain on it, and we were selling them for like $20.
Perfect. Give me 3.
It is. They. I mean, when bands go on tour, I'm assuming that they always jack their prices up just because they're on tour. They may not be making as much at the venue as they would like, so they got to jack up their prices a little bit to try to compensate for what they're losing, or make them the next night getting there a little more comfortable than being like, shit, man, I gotta call my boys to get some money, or I gotta call my mom and dad and be like, hey guys, Western Union me some money. But I mean, I'm assuming that's why. I mean, who the hell's gonna pay $60 for a pair of basketball shorts? When you can just
somebody must. They wouldn't charge that.
No, that's like when I went to the ICP show, man. They're selling like hockey jersey type things, $150. Man, I know that only cost you $40 to make. So Why would you sell it for 60, man? You probably would have sold a lot more. But I did see a lot of dudes with those on, though. But you spend 150 bucks on a jersey, dude. Come down to my shop, man. I'll sell you 150 bucks worth of stuff. You get more than one shirt. But again, that's how they make their money, though, is through their merch. And and I'm assuming that's how you make a lot of your money, is through your CDs, your T-shirts, interacting with everybody, passing out business cards or stickers or whatnot. But again, we've been in studio with LikeWize, for the last 40 minutes. Everything's been cool. Check him out Saturday night. He's opening up for Head PE at the Montage Music Hall in Rochester. Tickets are still available. You can go on montagemusichall.com or go to Ticketfly, buy a ticket, go local, support local. Head PE's not local, but you guys are. You got the 607 are opening up too. You guys.
The Stalkers.
Stalkers.
And there's a band that their name is, something, I don't know. Randy couldn't remember either.
Yeah, I can't remember who it is either.
I tagged them correctly on Facebook, so if you go to me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/LikeWize won't die, because you can't get rid of me with a Z.
We don't want to get rid of you.
Well, some people.
Maybe like Cecilia or Slacker Jesus, maybe because you put him Slacker Jesus on your CD.
Well,
to each their own.
I haven't recorded any of the real atheist stuff. Okay, still, my mom doesn't hate me that much.
I can't wait to jam this CD. I actually haven't heard it yet. I heard a lot of the songs that you played at the shows that I've seen. I've listened to them. The song "Writer Don't Sleep." I love that song. That song is great. You guys can go online, get a CD, man. It's $5. Help the brother out. Get him to that next CD, man. Let's get this thing published. I can't say enough about LikeWize, man. He's a cool dude, as you guys can tell. Humble as all hell. The nicest guy. I don't think I want to piss him off and meet him in an alleyway, though. With that bat and that big-ass junkyard dog chain link thing he wears on his neck. Probably chain your ass to a wall, kick the crap out of you. But again, you're in studio with LikeWize, man. I'd like to thank you for coming in, hanging out with us.
It's been great.
We got. I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so I can't make the Head PE show. I got family commitments because I was gone all last weekend, so I'll be doing that. But I will be at the June 10th CD release party with LikeWize and everybody else. So again, thanks for tuning in, man. I'm Big Villain with the Villain View. This is LikeWize. Brent is our producer for the night because Danny Mayer couldn't get out of work. Dude works at a golf course, man. It's raining. You mean to tell me you couldn't be here? But whatever. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Tune in. Shoot me a message on Facebook. Shoot me a message anywhere. Tell me how you like the show, what you don't like about the show. I don't care. You can criticize me all you want. That's cool. I enjoy it. Again, thanks for watching, man. This is Big Villain and LikeWize. Peace out. We are done. Cut it. Over.